Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno 0.74. Now, I do believe that Perisno has been updated to potentially 0.75. However, as you know, it's probably going to be save game incompatible, because that's just how things are with development. And, well, I'm not entirely sure whether I want to restart, so I think if there are no incredibly new features, destructible terrain, which is probably not possible considering the game engine will not allow such a thing, but so far I am thoroughly enjoying 0.74. It has a good amount of new features from 0.71, and I am actually really happy and pleased playing it. So I am going to be sticking with 0.74 for now, and well, I'll take a look at the features list of 0.75 and see if there are any major differences. And maybe there will be some fixes for some of the patrol issues that we may be having, but at the moment, really don't have any, so I don't think we really need to worry too much. Now, we are going to be selling our prisoners to this ransom broker for 59,000 orums. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to be hiring any other slaves as well. We do not really need any, do we? Or do we? We have 119 in here. Not incredibly bad, I gotta say, but as you can see, look at this. We're actually doing a very reasonable job at consolidating our forces. Now, I would have loved to have continued our vendetta against the Reich, but unfortunately enough, obviously they made peace with us, but at the time we really needed to make peace with them, otherwise we were just going to be completely outmatched on all sides. So, whoa, there's a lot of food here. I like that. But yes, I feel as though the one thing we need to watch out for is the Zan dynasty. Who else? Who else would we watch out for with our 188,000 orums? Who could have ever believed that? Who could have believed that we would have that much money right now? I really could not have. Goodness me. Asked me at the beginning of this series? No. No, never would have thought that I would have this much. Not in Perisno, at least, because all of the wages are so high. I mean, we're paying, what is it, 20-something thousand every single week? That is insane amounts of wages, but we have enough. We have enough to deal with it. And what is that? Is that a Drahara patrol? Yes, it is. Drahara camel riders against Eagle Knights. Ah, well that's rather interesting. They both have prisoners. Oh my goodness, wow. Those Drahara camel riders have been after the Eagle units quite considerably as well, as you can see. Eagle Lords, Knights of the Eagle. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's just take a look at the faction relations right here. We have war against the Tauranians, war against Kaikoth Confederation, as well as the Zan dynasty themselves. I am actually really quite worried about that, because of course we are going to be most likely facing one of their vassals soon. Not too soon, but quite soon. And I'm hopeful that we will have enough power to be able to defeat them, because right now it doesn't look good, does it? I mean, their units are so amazing. I am not entirely sure. Now, we do have also the other case of potentially making another vassal. And I do believe that Tylen seems to be a potential good guy, because apparently Dietrich has problems, according to you in the comments. So, yes, I feel as though Tylen might be the way to go then. I kind of like Arakanus to stay with us because he does have that flaming sword, and that's rather fun to see. So I think that will be fine. I think we'll leave that there. But now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, we're going to try and take a Tauranian fief, of course, but the one problem I'm having is, which one? Whoa! Who defeated Matriarch Aegea of the Ankars? Whoa, you know how many she had in her army? About... Actually, wait a minute, she had about 300, didn't she? I'm thinking of the other guy. Yes, I'm thinking of the Ilika fellow. Ah, okay, well, that's not too much then, I don't think. But she was defeated, and she has some very good units, so That is pretty impressive. Ah, the Kingdom of Torania is offering us some peace agreement. Should we do it? No, because we don't want to fight the Kaikoth, do we? We don't want to fight the dwarves. And the Zan Dynasty doesn't have any fiefs right now. We could go to fight their vassals, but it doesn't seem like a good idea to me. So we're going to dictate the peace terms, and we're going to ask for Ribule Castle. They're going to decline this. Yes, I thought so. Well, I'm going to regret that if the Zan Dynasty decides, oh, you know what, there's that faction over there that seems to have some very weak garrisons, let's take his stuff. Yeah, and they're probably going to go and do that in just a moment. It will probably say, someone from the Zan Dynasty has started raiding something of yours, and yes, that would not be too good, would it? No. This might actually be good, though. Vinica only has 329 units, and wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait a second. I'm going to have to cut away here real quick. Because, you know what? Their units in their garrison... Wait a minute. Yes, I'm wrestling with a rather difficult dilemma right here. Let me explain. There are so many good prisoners in the garrison in Vinica that I would really love to have a very large amount of space, but then I'm wondering, how many of these units are we actually going to lose in the combat itself? Because if we lose a good amount, then it won't make too much difference because we'll be able to recoup our losses. But if we don't, then we're not going to be able to recruit any of those prisoners, and as you know, they are incredible. So I'm just thinking, what are we going to do? Well, what we could do, I suppose, is just trade. Because, I mean, they have Hakon Inquisitors, Assassins of Ral Dayun. They have Ankar's Rangers and Warriors. They have Bluewood Infantry and Shadow Guards. They have Eagle Pilgrims. Well, they become Eagle Retainers and then eventually Eagle Lords. They have Eagle Lords. They have Knights of the Eagle. They have Demon Priests, Demon Lords, Marauders, Vanquishers, and Knights of Doom. So you can imagine, taking all of those and incorporating them into our army, we have to do it. Let's go. Let's go straight on in here. If we start losing a huge amount of units, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We are going to be completely fine. As long as we are able to take... As long as we are able to take this as Count Tyricus and Lord Ulasime turn up. Well, they are too late. We have built our ladders, and we will now be leading our soldiers in an assault. Wow, this is actually pretty... Wait a minute. This is good for us. Let's go. Go, guys. There we are. Let's do this. Okay, I do not even mind if any of our people die. I seriously do not mind. The amount of prisoners here is muchly going to make up for the fact that we are going to lose a huge amount. And muchly is not a word. Muchly is not a word. Greatly is, though. And I probably should have used that instead. Come on! Let's take these guys out. No, please do not kill me. I'm being shot from all sides right now, and the Tauranian longbowmen are actually pretty reasonable, I gotta say. They are very good. Now, I would like to deal some damage, hopefully to clear the way, hopefully to help our light Renweirds here, but they do appear to be getting taken out relatively easily. Yes, let's take out that fellow. That guy is actually very heavily armored. Come on, let's do this. Oh no. Okay. Yes, there we go, there we go. 55 damage, very nice indeed. And maybe we will be able to do a little bit more. There we are. King's Guard, of course. They would, of course, have those. I actually did neglect to check to see what kind of composition they had. Now, I am going to try and move a little bit forward here so that we can get a little bit of space. There we go. Oh, these are hackers. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a hacker right in there. That's pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Okay. How many archers do we have here? We only have 5, so why is everyone getting stuck on the side there? Oh, it's because most of our cavalry also have bows. Ah. That is the Illicafalki units, of course. So we have currently lost 23 units. That is actually not bad. That is fine. If we are able to at least kill some of the enemy, then I really do not mind losing that ratio. Because we are, so far, having killed 41, doing a pretty reasonable job, not too bad. We are starting to actually get in here. Oh my goodness. We're actually starting to get in. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Don't get stuck. Yes, there we go. Listen to me. Do not get stuck. That is exactly what I don't want you to do. I want you to get in there and deal some damage. We have so many units stuck on the ladders because they are using their ranged weapons. Wait a second. I can actually tell them not to do that, can't I? I can tell them to hold their fire. Let's do that. Okay, hold your fire. But still charge. Thank you very much. There we go. Yes, there we are. That's much better. That is much better because now all of these fellows, oh no, well, not this guy. He's going to be shooting, isn't he? Well, whatever the case, we are moving up, and that is what we desire. That is the goal. And it seems to actually be going a lot better now. Can you believe it? Yes. Can you believe it? Oh no, come on guy. You have to go and take out these archers. They're doing some pretty considerable damage. Wow, we're actually losing a lot of units thanks to the Tauranian longbowmen. We really need to get those sorted out. Most of our units are getting stuck behind those spikes over there as well, which is really not a good sight to see, but hopefully they will unstick themselves relatively soon. But we took a bullet. We took a bullet for our forces to actually even get past here, because of course I don't think without our pushing that our units would have gotten through. I think they probably would have been fighting in that bottleneck for a considerable amount of time. And who wants to see that? We want to see the battles on the battlements. Why else would you call them battlements if you don't want to fight on them? Of course. So we are actually doing a pretty nice job here. And yes, they have finally started to kill the longbowmen. That's great. Okay, that is a load off my mind because otherwise I was a little bit worried. I was a little bit worried they would just let them. They would just let them shoot off all of their arrows and hit us in our heads, in our chests, and so on and so forth. But wow, there is a huge amount of units here. Thankfully enough, most of these archers are blocked, and they will not be able to do any damage. Now, we are actually having a couple of demon worshippers fall unconscious. Not entirely sure what that's about, but huh. How did they fall unconscious? Surely they didn't fall. What's happening here? Okay, we can now fire at will, I suppose, because some of these guys seem to have bugged out, perhaps. Fire at will. You can use any weapon, yes. Okay. Well, that's perfectly fine. I've actually now just found some additional controls for the camera, as you can see here. In Perisno, I had no idea that you could use Shift and Control to move the camera up and down. That is amazing. That's so cool, because now I can just do this, instead of having to look up at the sky and use it the old-fashioned way. But yes, you also have that. And then you have spacebar that moves the camera faster, which is absolutely amazing. I like that. Okay. Well, we're going to be keeping our focus on the action right here. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. We can do it. Get through. How many units have you so far taken out? Not too many so far. We have lost 58 units. I did say that I wanted to lose a good amount of units, and we have, so I would like you to stop now. I'd like you to stop getting killed, if at all possible. Oh my. Well, yeah, do bear in mind that they have... Do they have any hackers still? No, they don't, but I feel like their footmen actually do have some pretty strong weapons that they are wielding. As you can see, those two-handed axes can destroy shields very, very quickly. I am very thankful, however, to have a demon lord. Is that a demon lord or a demon priest? That guy right there. I am unsure. He hasn't killed anything yet. Or is it a demon worshipper? Surely it's not a demon worshipper. I don't think it is. We're losing a lot of eagle retainers as well, which is a little bit worrying to me, considering they do level up into some very good units, but I suppose right now they are not the greatest. Okay. Well, we are getting reinforcements. That's not too good, though. Oh my goodness, this has turned into an absolute bloodbath for both sides. More so for us, of course, but I suppose it is worth it to take a town. This is a town, may I remind you, because we're not just taking a regular old castle. We are dealing with a town here, so I am actually thinking that this is going to pay off in the end. But, oh, I probably should not have said, oh yes, I'm completely fine with losing all of my units. I mean, seriously, ugh. Yeah, should not say that ever. Even if you are okay with it, just do not say it, or do not even think it, because this is what happens otherwise. Oh yes, we have now lost 75. Wow, okay, 75 units. Ouch. I'm actually hoping that we have enough to get full in terms of army capacity, because that is the main thing that scares people off from attacking us. They don't want to attack us because we have so many units. I mean, I think we can actually field 478 or something along those lines, so pretty impressive. And I would like to be able to fill all of those spaces. We are still fighting Tauranian King's guards as well. They need to deal with those. It doesn't appear as though the enemy is going to be retrieving any more reinforcements from the barracks, though, so I am actually very happy about that. Although I'm not happy about these guys. They are slacking off rather a little bit too much here. Yes. That's not too good. But as you can see, that is it. That is the last remaining 14 units. And where are they? They are all in the fray here, I expect. So we're going to be seeing how quickly and, oh no, how efficiently. Please do not... Oh, do not keep killing my units, please. Oh my. Wow, they really know how to deal damage. And there it is. A win for the Reformian Rebellion at Vinica, and that is indeed a town as well. Goodness me. 84 losses. I can just tell you now, there is going to be one of our companions that is going to be saying something, and he's not going to be happy, or she is not going to be happy. That is for sure. So, without further ado, we do have the opportunity to take as many units as we so desire, I do believe. And most of these are absolutely amazing. They are very good. With the exception of these robbers, of course. The robbers are not exceptionally good, but they do level up into something, maybe? Not entirely sure on that, actually. And as you can see, we're actually already at capacity, or almost at capacity. So that's a little bit worrying, I have to admit, considering I still have a huge amount of good units to take. Bluewood Shadow Guards, for example. Hakon Inquisitors, where are they? There we are, thank you. Now we only have 6 spaces. Are we serious? Okay, I may have taken some too many units. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we can do here about that. Machiavellian Deserters, goodbye. Tauranian Deserters, yes. You can all go away, because you do not upgrade, unfortunately enough. If they did, then I would probably keep them, but right now, we need to be very ruthless with who we take and who we do not. And we still have, oh my goodness, such a little space. Okay. Eagle Lord. Demon Lords. Look at how many Demon Priests, though. How can we let those guys go? There's no way we can let those guys go. We're going to have to make some space here. Okay, I'll tell you what. We actually have access to so many Illicafalci units that it's actually logical to assume that we should get rid of some just to make space. So I'm going to get rid of 10 of them because we can buy 20 for about 3,000. Not that much at all. So I feel like that's worth it, so we can get some more demon lords, demon priests even, and we could also get these demon worshippers too, if we so desire. Should we? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. No? Okay. I'm going to take back some of our Illicafalci, and that will be it, I do believe. And then we will be taking as many prisoners as we so desire. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but yes, the 220s definitely made up for that. 97 we have now, not too bad. And there it is. Okay, so this is the point at which I think I am going to be deferring appointment of a lord. Because you never know, it could attract someone to defect to us, and that would be absolutely wonderful. And I'm also hoping for a ransom broker. Oh, tavern shopper. Maybe we should actually speak to that guy. Do we need anything? Do we need to replace anything? Well, our helm is a little bit outdated. Maybe we could get something better there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the guy that challenges you to a drinking duel, isn't it? Or something along those lines? A drinking game? I think so. Well, nevertheless, let's level up a couple of our units. More demon worshippers there. Oh, I could have gotten rid of some of those demon pilgrims. Okay, my bad. Yes, I didn't notice those guys there. Otherwise, I could have taken more of those demon worshippers and saved me the time of leveling them up. But, oh well. Yes, when you have so many units, it's very difficult to pin down which ones you actually want to keep and which ones you don't. 494 units to go through, and that's pretty considerable. So, without further ado, I am going to be ending this episode off here, and next time on Perisno 0.74, I think we may be taking the outlying castles, but we will see. And I'm just going to move here for a second, because are any of our companions going to complain? No, I think I may have disabled complaints, but I thought that was just to do with complaining about each other. But, yes, maybe it's actually disabled everything that they say, so if Kara or Allendale were annoyed at me for the huge bloodbath that we just saw, then they would of course tell us. But for now, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.